手元に葉があるのなら拙者が草笛で一曲奏でよう。
We interrupt this scheduled broadcast with our sponsor, the local power company. Yeah, the local power company, said that I forgot to mention their sponsorship, so they turned off the power. So. Oh man, it came back quickly, but not quickly enough, because like YouTube, when you're streaming and like your stream cuts off, like your internet cuts off, power cuts off, whatever, like the data that you're sending to YouTube via your streaming software, if that cuts off, they give you like a certain amount of time, like not very long, I think like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, I don't know exactly, but like they give you a little bit of time for you to give you time to reconnect, and if you don't reconnect within that set amount of time, then the stream's over. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't have the mic software, like I didn't install the mic software on my computer, so that's why like when I set the what is it called, gain, when I set the gain, when I set the gain, it always, like when the computer restarts, it always goes back to its default, which is maximum. I can hear everything. The mic sounds so I can hear everything. Yep, you could hear everything. If mice were like talking to each other, like you could probably hear them too if we were talking downstairs. Funny how your stream when you question me about Clorinde. Sorry, what? It's funny how your stream when you question me about Clorinde. Oh, because what I said. Well, I'm back. Optimus Prime's relative, Lunatic Prime. What's up, man? Good to see you again. Why is there a part 2? I know, right? Technically, it's finished, right? So, like, why is there a part 2? How is there a part 2 of something that's finished? I was so confused when the power went out, because you're used to expecting, okay, when the power goes out, because just perfectly dark, right? Because it's like midnight where I am. So I was so confused because like I have my laptop on, just so I often have because I don't have dual screens, I have to have my laptop open. I have to have my laptop open when I'm streaming, so that I could have the stream open, so that I could make sure that it's, the stream's doing fine. And there's nothing wrong with it, and a place for me to see chat as well. This is a terrible thing. What am I even doing? I'm just standing. So yeah, So it's the laptop, right? So when the power goes out, it stays on. So I was so confused.
じゃじゃーん世界の熱狂の渦に
借りなく時風
中級ホームに帰すはっ
Because like the laptop was still on, like the light was still on, the screen was still on. So I was so confused. Like my computer, my desktop just turned off. So confused. The AC that's right next to me turned off. My lamp turned off, but my screen was still off. So I was like, huh? Wait, what? Huh? Wait, my brain was like in like just it just went to retard mode.
主なきそれを初めて見つけたのが君であれば、それ。
Wasn't there supposed to be something here? Oh, yes, this. There it is. Do you recognize me? Hey, I mean, like, I think I only remember you from one stream, which I think was the most recent one. And because it was the most recent one, so, you know. I don't have the best memory, but at least because it was the most recent one, I was able to remember. So, yeah. Welcome back, man. Glad to have you back. How are you doing today? I was gonna say, if she can lift a mecha like a feather. Imagine me who's 50k. 50 kilograms. Oh. Ah, okay. Well, he does have a vision. So I'd imagine 50 kilograms is hardly anything. Finally found a relatable streamer? I mean, well, I guess if you go on Twitch, like, it's a little hard to find quote-unquote relatable streamers on Twitch. Because Twitch's algorithm, it just makes it so hard for a small streamer over there to get recommended by their algorithm. That they're like most of the time they're promoting their quickly rising streamers, and by the time that you get to that kind of status, like quickly rising streamer, like you're already earning quite a bit. And some of those streamers, they come from they come from different backgrounds, right? Like some of them might come from like a much more humble background, but like a lot of the time, oh, I guess I already got the chest from here. All right. So a lot of the time, they even if they do come from a humble background, they have to be, well, I wouldn't say have to be, but like they are more likely to be the kind of, hang on, below stalactite there. Like the kind of content creator that Twitch seems to favor, right? That, and not just Twitch, because Twitch doesn't think that, oh, I want this kind of streamer to succeed on my platform. I don't want this kind of streamer. No, it's not Twitch that decides that. It's the viewers that decide that. Like the majority of their viewers and like the people that give Twitch money, and not just Twitch, but like also the streamers. This is the kind of like personality that they want, like loud, obnoxious. Well, I'm not everyone, but they're typically the ones that succeed the most. They're the most likely to succeed. Loud, obnoxious, and like feeling like they're always right, and like other than that, like maybe controversial ones, right? Like in the Genshin community, I'm afraid I don't know a lot of streamers. Like in the Genshin community, that would be somebody like a Tectone, right? Controversial. Loud and obnoxious. Okay, who would that be? In the Genshin community. We don't really have. Do we have one that is loud and obnoxious? Tectone. But hey, like you gotta hand it to him, right? Like he has a personality, and it seems to be his actual personality. And like if he thinks, like he is proud of to be what he is, and he stands up for it, right? Like, and he doesn't like shrink down to try and avoid a conflict, and like try to suppress his personality. No, like that's a good thing, I think. And sometimes, it's not a good thing. It causes trouble. But hey, if that's him, then like it's it's nice that he's not forcing himself to be somebody he's not just to please people. Like, yeah, oh, that's the word, real. Yeah, like he's real. And sometimes that causes problems. So let me think. Okay, so okay. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. I've never ever watched a video from the Logan brothers, but I think they're that type of content creator. Hello, RJ. What happened? What's up, Bavish? So apparently my stream is sponsored by the local power company, and because I forgot to mention that they sponsored the stream, they turned off the power. They're like, RJ forgot our sponsorship. And yeah, well, newsflash, you forgot to pay me too, and you also forgot to ask me. You forgot to ask me whether, whether I do a sponsored stream. I hate Logan, so annoying. Right, so there's like, though that is the type of entertainer, and that is the type of entertainment that a majority of people are enjoy nowadays, right? At least online. And that's why these are the types of creators that are succeeding the most. And yeah, that's why, like, so when you mention, okay, I think it was yeah, Lunatic Prime said finally you found a relatable streamer, and like, okay, sure, I appreciate that. Thank you, by the way. And if you go on platforms like YouTube, there's not really a lot of Genshin streamers. Like if you go to the streaming tab and like Genshin specifically, there's barely anyone there. It's the what is this? I need to get these. Okay. I don't remember doing this puzzle yet. I remember this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually don't remember doing this on any of my accounts so far. But yeah, again, like on YouTube, there hardly anyone streams on YouTube because like it's just Twitch has like a lot of features that, like, if you think about it logically, you might think like this is stupid. But you gotta hand it to them. They've added those features to make it feel like you just watching this streamer feels like a game. Right? It's like they've gamified watching a streamer. Whereas YouTube sort of just like feels a little bit more like TV, if that makes sense. Like just TV on the internet. That's sort of what YouTube streaming feels like. And it's a lot less attractive than streaming on Twitch. And that's why a lot of the streamers, like when somebody thinks of, okay, I'm going to start streaming, like they almost always think of Twitch as like their first option. And unfortunately on Twitch, their algorithm, like I mentioned earlier, it's really hard for the small streamers to get recommended by their algorithm. And by small streamers, I'm talking about like the people that like me, for example. If I stream on Twitch, I highly doubt the type of like the way, like what, you know, what quote unquote entertainment I provide, if you even call this entertainment, is not something that is not something that can easily be caught by the algorithm. And by caught by the algorithm, I'm not saying that it's like a fishing net or whatever. It's just not something that a lot of people think that, oh, I watched this guy the other day, I'm gonna watch him again the next time he streams. I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna follow him, and if I get a notification that he's live again, now I'll watch him immediately. No, like the type of like whatever. Again, I'm doing air quotes here. Entertainment, if you even call this entertainment, that I do, isn't the type that gets people hyped up and riled up. So it doesn't catch the most ears, doesn't catch the most eyes, and that's not what Twitch promotes generally. Oh, why is this? Oh, it's a shrine. If you want reach, try vertical stream. Vertical stream, what's that? A platform? Like a streaming platform? Oh, I'll definitely reach high places with that. You get it? Vertical, high places. When are you starting memberships? I could have started it way back then. I just didn't. I just feel bad that like if I enable memberships and I don't know what to give people that I don't know what I can do for people that actually sign up for a membership. Right? It's basically a subscription or like a one-time dono or whatever, like while not live. But I don't know what to give them. Like there's nothing of value that I feel like I can provide. And so recently I've been watching a couple of pro StarCraft Brood War players stream, and I've also listened to other people talk about their streams. And so apparently okay, we all know that Twitch left Korea, and a lot of these pros, these StarCraft Brood War pros, are in Korea. In fact, like the top players are basically all Koreans, and like nobody is not from Korea. None of the top players are from outside of Korea. Where? Oh, I'm at the wrong teleporter. I'm an idiot. And so apparently they have, okay, on YouTube they have memberships on, and then I'm thinking, okay, well that make right, like, and then what they do is like what they give their members is access to members only videos, and these members only videos contain like tips and tricks that they utilize in their gameplay. But then and then I thought, what if I did that for Genshin? And then I thought, everybody does that for free. Like even theory crafters give out that information for free. So like, what value can I even give? I don't even do theory crafting. I don't even do math myself. You can provide entertainment. Yeah, like I'm the funniest dude on the internet. I mean, I don't know. Like I know that some people find it find like the way that I like my personality, I guess, or hang on, floating big rock personality, my opinions, my like my thoughts on certain topics, and not just Genshin stuff, certain topics, but I just don't feel like there's like I have anything that doesn't already exist for free on the internet. And I know like maybe I'm just downplaying myself or whatever. Sure, I could be saying that. But then like if I also like how do I best put this? I don't think anyone knows your I don't think any person knows you better than you know yourself. And now I understand that in some case, like there are some cases that that's not true, especially for some people who have severe, like really, really severe, self-esteem issues. And of course that's definitely true. But I can say that I do have some of that, but I don't think they're unrealistic. I don't think my lack of self-esteem is unrealistic. I think it's because I'm realistic that I know like this is my value, and this is how much I have, and this is how much I can provide humanity. This is how much I can provide society and other people. And that's it. That's really it. I'm just like so realistic that I know that this is where I stand. I guess. Did I do that already? I did. Okay. And I'm just an average dude, and I know that. And regardless of how much I would love to be actually special, right? Like like I watch a lot of anime. I watch a lot of movies. I watch video games. Like I'm literally playing a video game where we have an overpowered MC that literally has a harem in the game. Unconfirmed. But yes, right? A special MC that's like gifted and talented and like more powerful than everybody else, right? Like, and I would like what I would give to be like that, to be special. But there's 8 billion people on Earth. And there's only one Mr. Beast. There's only one Beethoven. There's only one Albert Einstein. There was only one Nikola Tesla. Out of the 8 billion people that currently, not even like of all time, currently are on Earth, right? You can't expect to be one of the 1 out of 8 billion special people. There's only one RJ. Oh, that is... Hey, that is so sweet of you, man. I thought the submarine's gonna attack me so hard, but it was just a cute submarine. Gives a free exquisite chest. I felt the same way when I saw it. I was like I was just floating around like looking for like shiny stuff, like do, and then like all of a sudden it was like in my face. I was like, I panicked. Gave me a little panic attack. And then I realized, oh, this guy doesn't do anything. But it gave me an even bigger panic attack when the light turned red. It was not a good time. But apparently it doesn't really do anything. Sometimes the charm in a streamer is not having any gimmicks at all. That okay, like I will say that, yeah, like there are definitely streamers like that, but then like so there are some that do succeed that are streamers and like content creators that are like that. Now okay. Right. Let's take now I could be wrong, right? Like I could be wrong, but so a content creator like Mogati, I think he's like his videos are like quite entertaining. Like, he's probably the only Genshin YouTuber that I watch strictly for entertainment. Now, granted, I don't watch all of his videos, but okay, a content creator like MTash, for example, way back then used to watch like every video he uploaded because I was an idiot, right? I had no idea how to play Genshin, right? And in fact, I'm one of the dudes that he says was thankful for his 10x damage video, when like a lot of the content creators were roasting him for like stupid content, like useless content, and he said that a lot of people were in the comments like being very, very thankful for the video. I'm one of the dudes, like, I didn't comment, but I'm one of those dudes that video genuinely helped. It genuinely helped. And so I, but then like as soon as I started to learn more about the game, like I feel bad that I'm not watching his videos as much as I used to, but like I'm sure he understands, right? Like I'm not getting any more value out of it, so like I'm not watching it anymore. And I think, yeah, like, but like if you just listen to Mogati talk, he seems like a very like average regular dude, like very, I don't know. There's nothing like controversial he talks about. He has no like strong opinions about anyone, about like all the characters, like all his opinions of the characters that he makes videos of, like, is just always like generically not bad. Like, and if a character is bad, then he'll just say like, it's not too good. Me, if I try streaming, just staring at the screen, just being socially very awkward. Like somebody finally comes into the chat and says, "Hi, what's up?" And you're like, "Oh, hello." And then just sits there, like the guy just lurking for like 5 minutes, and then you're just sitting there quiet. Yeah, I understand. I understand that there's definitely a merit to there are definitely people that are like that are just, they can't like express their thoughts in a cohesive way. And I'm sure you guys could probably hear the way that I talk. I stutter, well, not stutter, but like I stop a lot. I have a lot of pauses and breaks, and like you just constantly see me when I'm blabbering on a lot. Like Farina's just been swimming here, not moving for like 10 minutes now. Right? And like there's also people that are a lot worse than that are like they can't even say their thoughts. And it's even a blessing. It's already a blessing, the fact that you can even share your thoughts like online while like you're streaming whatever your content is. Oh, there's a thing here. Statue. Okay, I guess I already went in there. Yeah, alright, already went in there. Being simple is a rare quality nowadays. Yes, it is a rare quality. And so, okay, going back to like Mogati as my example. So Mogati is a pretty good example of a quote unquote simple kind of person, right? And he generally stands out to me as like the type of person that is like that would prefer to just like keep away from any sort of what's the word I'm looking for, controversy, right? Like he sees like a fight over there, and like he'd just be like, okay, well, is somebody getting hurt? Do I need to call the cops? Okay, no, they're just arguing. All right, I'll just stay here, stay quiet, just ignore them, right? Like that's the vibe that I get from him. And that is like, it's okay, that's nice, right? That's good. Like you just want to be left alone, you want to leave people alone. But somehow he is able to succeed well, like on YouTube. I don't know on Twitch, but on YouTube, he's relatively successful despite not having this like really out there personality. and like he doesn't really provide like he does have his own opinions, like he shares that, but he doesn't have like he's not like a Ziox or like a Zajef, right? Like they provide like exact math and like exact answers, yes or no, this is stronger, that is stronger, like how to do this, do that, etc. But relative to them, he's found a lot of success despite being just an average dude. And being like even being an average dude, when you start out, so generally the average dude that you are, you're just gonna talk like an average dude. Your opinions are that of an average dude. And at some point, like you keep doing it, you will. How do I put this? Like, so one is you'll get better at expressing your thoughts. Like you'll be able to express your thoughts in a little bit more cohesively without having to keep repeating yourself like I do a lot. And so I guess, yeah, in a way you'll get better at expressing your thoughts. And whether your opinions are really out there, and like the thing is, like nowadays, I don't know what it is about people nowadays, but people seem to generally only be interested in listening to the most out there opinions. Oh, I already got that one. And when an entertainer has like really out there opinions, like really, like let's talk about this, like let's say like in a political way, I guess, right? Like really far left or really far right, people listen, and then like somebody far left is talking about their opinion, and then you're like, that makes sense, yeah, and then like the same person listens to somebody far right, and then because they agree with far left, they will disagree with far right, instead of like if you're just in the middle, right? You kind of agree, you don't super agree, but you just kind of agree with far left. You're more likely to just kind of agree with far right either. And then now you're at the point where like, oh well, I kind of agree with both of these, and so you don't know which one's right, which one's better or not. So you're kind of put into this situation where you're forced to have to come up with your own opinion. And those types of people are generally not somebody that is like quote unquote entertaining in 2024. So not a lot of people will flock to that kind of person to look for entertainment. But at some point, you do get better at editing. Like you get better at identifying the specific, what do I call it? Scenes, specific clips in your streams or in your videos or in your recording that you clip together. But the way that you have to clip it together is like, so YouTube's algorithm. I don't know about any other video sharing platform, but on YouTube's algorithm is like, obviously, view count, yes. Click-through rate, that's very important as well. Click-through rate, basically like how often YouTube has suggested your video or stream or whatever, and how often people have clicked that suggestion. That's click-through rate. Another one is also view time. How much of your video did they watch? And that's why you see a lot of like the way that videos are edited nowadays. Like if you watch, so like Mr. Beast, right? Very good example of this is a Mr. Beast video. Like it's, you hardly, like when you watch it, it feels like try and holding, yeah, like the whole time that you're entertained by whatever is in the video, try holding your breath, and when you see like a boring part, then you can breathe. And you'll notice that most of the time, you'll hardly find any time to breathe. It's because these videos nowadays are edited in such a way where like it's just high after high after high after high. Like compared to like let's say a movie, for example. right? A movie, or no, not a movie. Let's say a TV show, right? Like a series, or let's say a Game of Thrones. You'll have like, I don't know, like 5 episodes of just talking and talking and talking, yada, 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 boring stuff, right? Like nothing exciting happening, a lot of build up, and then finally one episode, in one episode later, you'll see action, you'll see fighting, you'll see people finally find out like who's lying, who's telling the truth, etc. And in short form entertainment, like a YouTube video, especially in a very short form entertainment, like a TikTok or YouTube Shorts, that was you can't keep people's attention for that long, especially because, like, at least in a Game of Thrones, because it's a story, you sort of feel like you have to watch the whole thing. But in a YouTube video, there's no story, right? It's just entertainment. It's like one. It's like it's like doing drugs. I wouldn't know about that. I've never really done any, but why am I even using this as an example? I've never done any, so I don't even know what it feels like. I guess, like, I guess, people, when people get addicted to drugs, they just want to keep taking it, like, all the time, nonstop, but they can't because, like, they have real life to take care of. They have to go to school. They have to go to work. They have to, like, they run out of money. And, but if time and money were not an object, then this doesn't really, this just shows me stuff. Okay, yeah, like, then you would just be like, you got addicted to drugs, for example. You would just be buying all the time, and you would just be huffing that all the time. You're just getting your hit after hit after hit after hit. And that's sort of how, like, these content creators have, like, the method that these content creators nowadays have discovered to keep your attention on their video, the whole video, that they don't skip, because they want higher view time. They want a higher percentage, a higher portion of their video that people watch. In fact, it's, if possible, like 100%, or even more than 100%. Yeah, and, like, so even as a regular dude, after quite a long time, you will sooner or later learn what people like. And of course, you also have to watch other content creators as well. You have to figure out, like, what you enjoy from other content creators, and then, like, because that's where you get ideas from. Like, similar to, like, how artists, similar to how, oh, there it is. Okay, similar to how, like, an artist would look at somebody else's painting to get inspiration from, or get an idea from that, or, like, same with music. Right. So yeah, you sort of learn, like, what you enjoy. Like, you take what you enjoy, and you think whether or not other people might enjoy that too, and then you sort of pick up on, like, oh, this happened on my stream, this happened while I was recording, okay, I think I would enjoy watching this, and then you clip it. And then once you play through all of it, if it seems like there's, like, a narrative, like, not really a story, but more like, so this is a thing in movie making, is you come up with a problem that needs to be solved. And once the problem is set, then the audience, like, in their subconscious, will want to see the protagonist, like, how they handle that problem, like, how they solve that problem. And that's one thing that, like, I'm sure, yeah, like, basically a lot of content creators nowadays do this in their videos, is they mention, okay, like if you watch like a Mr. Beast problem, right? Like he like instantly at the very beginning of the video, he says exactly what they're gonna do, like what their goal is for that video, and then they start talking about like step 1, step 2, step 3. But oh, I have a problem, and then like okay, that's not. Then you introduce another problem that the viewers are then interested in to see how the protagonist is gonna solve said problem, right? So you can't. You also have to avoid like the boring parts of it. You have to basically keep getting them hit after hit after hit, and that is the part that I think separates the content creators nowadays that succeed a lot to the ones that kind of stagnate. Especially if they're the type of content that they are producing or is the type of content that just perpetually, that just will never run out of, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Run out of steam, right? Like in Genshin's case, because it's a video game and because it's like a game as a service, at some point it's gonna get old. Especially because they don't they don't introduce anything new to the game. It's just the same thing over and over again, just different characters. The only people like if you go to Google Trends or something, you'll see like it spikes up every big version update, but then like, it gradually goes down and down and down. Unless if the type of content that you have is just limited, but if your type of content that you have is like one that you yourself are creating, then yeah, it will come down to just technique, and your like which comes from your own experience. Might pull 3 characters next to it. 3 characters? Jeez. My thoughts are a menace to society. It's better kept. And we have more emojis to spam. Babish. So I was okay. I went from wait. I'm watching the video and I didn't even check to see if I already had all of it. Okay, so no, I'm still missing 8. Huh. Where is this? Oh. Okay. I already got that one. So I've been talking about like memberships and stuff, and like saying that like I feel like there's nothing I can provide that is worth the membership. Now that was one of the things I was thinking of, is emojis, and it's funny actually that I already made a bunch of emojis, like literally. So you guys can see my profile picture. It's literally a like I don't know, a smile emoji that I made in Paint. And I did the same exact thing to a bunch of other emojis. And I made it so as soon as I got the channel, I forgot, like there were a couple other things. I just needed to get to like 1,000 subscribers, or basically like when I was able to get the channel monetized and like I set everything up, then I was eligible. I was able to enable. Geez, I then was able to enable memberships. And then I thought, memberships. Okay, what can I give people that actually sign up for a membership? Like something worth, something worth it. And then like I thought, other creators sort of do emojis. And then like, okay, maybe I could do that too. And like I spent like an hour, I think, 2 hours making like a bunch of different emojis. And then I like by the end of it, I thought, okay. In fact, I already like uploaded some of them to YouTube, and it's like ready to go. And then I thought to myself, would I pay for a membership just for this? And then like I know like I'm not a good example for something like this, because I'm like the cheapest. I'm the cheapest dude like ever that you will see. Like literally, when I buy groceries, I keep the plastic bags so that I don't have to buy garbage bags. I keep the plastic bags so I don't have to buy garbage bags. I use the plastic bags from the groceries as garbage bags. What else? Like, oh, when I buy pizza, they tie it with, like here in the Philippines, they tie the box with rope, like not actual rope, but it's like plastic rope. I keep that rope, like every single one, because I'm thinking like, okay, well, like, someday in the future I might need a lot of this. I'd rather, well, I already have this. I might as well not buy it if I keep a lot of this. That's normal, no? I mean, like, yeah, yes, it's normal for like a lot of countries, but so being okay, no, I mean, like, that's not the point though. I'm not saying that that's not good. I'm not saying that that's not normal. I'm just saying that because like thinking, I was thinking about like the memberships, like I was literally about to turn it on, and I thought to myself, would I pay for a membership for this kind of content creator? Like I was like zooming out of myself. I was like putting myself in somebody else's shoes, I guess is what I was doing. And then I thought, no. And then what I was explaining was that I shouldn't have done that because I know that I'm like the cheapest person ever. So no matter what you say, I will like I don't even what I don't even pay for YouTube Premium, right? Like I watch YouTube a lot, and I could save so much time not seeing ads. And now, granted, I think I could afford YouTube Premium, especially if I like just, you know, if I get like the family plan and like share it with a couple of friends. You know, first off, I have to find friends to share it with. But you know, if I do find them, then I think I could afford to and save myself a ton of time in the long run by just not having ads because YouTube Premium. But I don't because I'm just so cheap. Right? And then I shouldn't have done that. And then I think I shouldn't think that way because not everyone is as cheap as me. And so some people that is worth it. And because I thought that that's not worth it, I didn't do it. Oh man, I hate myself. I very often get into this situation where I'm like, oh, let's go this way, and then like I'm getting ready to go right, and then before I go, I start thinking, what if I go left? If I go left, this will happen, that will happen. If I go right, this will happen, and then I won't know where to go. And then like 6 months down the line, I still didn't go left or right. I mean, you could always use Brave. Sorry, Brave. You need no ads. Ah, okay. Yeah, wait. I heard about that. Like using Brave, like browser, right? So Brave has like a built-in ad blocker. I mean, like even on YouTube, like even on Chrome, like there's like a lot of extensions. Granted, you know, like YouTube, or sorry, not YouTube, Google. Google has been on this vendetta against ad blockers, and ad blockers haven't been as good as they used to. And the thing is, too, like honestly, I don't mind the ads. I don't mind the ads because I'm I'm the cheapest person out there. So like I won't pay for like memberships to, you know, a content creator that I watch a lot, right? So at the very least, I'm supporting them by watching ads. Right? It's, you know, membership would have been a lot better, but because I'm so cheap, I won't. So despite using ad blockers since like forever. Oh hey, what's up, Luap? How are you, man? Despite I have using ad blockers since forever. Like since I found out about ad blockers since I was like what, high school, I think. Right? Like even way back then, like the internet was very different back then. Uh and it just when I heard about the news that YouTube, like you Google would like in Chrome you would get this pop up. Sorry, not Chrome. Like on YouTube you would get this pop up that oh you know like you should turn off your ad blocker, and like they won't let you access YouTube for a certain amount of time, and like if you turn on your ad blocker and try to watch a video, okay, this is with 1 out of 3 times, and then the next time you do it 2 out of 3 times, and then once you get 3 out of 3 times, then they won't let you access YouTube for a time. And then I thought like, well, I guess that's a pretty good excuse for me to finally just allow ads, right? Like just to finally allow ads, allow YouTube to make money. Because if YouTube makes money, then these creators that I like watching the videos of also can make money. And if I just allow this to happen, then the system will work. And if the system works, then I can keep doing what I want to do. I could keep watching these YouTube videos that I enjoy watching, or if not enjoy watching, then like learn something from. I used to hide my questionable searches, dude. Well, I won't say okay, that is for me to know and for nobody to find out. But every time I Google something, I never search it on like my regular browser. I always do it in incognito. And that is, while I know that Google still tracks like, you know, the browser activity via your IP address, via your like whatever other means, but because they can't ID this Google search specifically to my Google account, that means that I won't get recommended like ads or YouTube videos or anything of this thing related to this thing that I'm searching for right now, because I'm just Googling this because I was just curious. It's not something that I constantly am watching or wanting to know more about. Like for example, like I just, you know, randomly get curious like, is a frog a reptile, or is it an amphibian? Is it both a reptile and an amphibian? And then like that's not something that I want to keep learning about. That's it. I just want an answer to this, and I don't want any more of it. And that's why like you like even Genshin stuff, you will always like when I share the browser thing on the stream, when I Google something, Genshin stuff, like it's always in incognito. It's always in incognito, because I don't want to keep getting ads and like more recommendations of like this thing. I will watch videos of it when I want to. And as for the ads, I don't care. You can serve me ads of whatever, and like I'll look at it. I guess I won't click on it because I'm the cheapest dude out there. But okay, you probably got a few cents of me looking at that ad. I mean, I do watch your ads for some reason. YouTube is giving me protection ads. Your channel is the only place I get those as protection. What kind of protection, RJ? Can you rate my builds for? Sorry, the heart thing is blocking my chat. Lyney in Arlecchino. Yeah, sure. Like I mean, I might not be able to do it immediately because like I may not be doing anything right now in the game, but like trust me, I am doing something. I am skimming through a YouTube video because like that I'm following to find all the Hydroculus here because like I'm kind of excited. I finally get to level 10 the Fontaine statue. Loading. Okay, I already got those. Doing push-ups every time. Every time RJ calls himself cheap. Game is secondary thing anyway in your stream. It's like it's like one of those shorts or TikToks that you see of somebody just sharing a story in their life, and like the video that they just have playing in the background has nothing to do with their story. Like, um, I've seen a couple of those, and I don't know how to feel about them. I've seen a couple of those, like where you would just see uh like it doesn't seem to be just one clip that they show. Like some very often it's like multiple different clips. Over here. Okay, I forgot about that one. Where okay, it could be like a clip like at one point it could be a clip of some kind of hydraulic machinery pressing something or like destroying something or like basically destroying something in a hydraulic press or whatever, something similar to that. But then like the audio is just the dude talking about his pet cat and like what they did the other day. And it could be some kind of like a crusher, like hydraulic crusher, and then they could just be talking about, oh well, the trucking industry is like this, like that. This happened. This happened to me because this and that, etc. And then like it just has nothing to do with like what was on the video. It's I guess, and I'm not throwing shade or anything. Above big, oops, plant. Throwing shade or anything at those kind of content creators because like that's literally what I'm doing. I'm playing Genshin while I'm talking about everything else that's not Genshin. So yeah. Genshin is just the secondary anyway. Oh wait, right. I recently, oh what, I didn't unlock those yet. Huh. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to swim there. Yeah, whoa, who was it? Skittles? Yes, Skittles, just drop your UID, man. I'll just copy it, and then like once I'm ready, you know, it'll be in my clipboard. Teleporter. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep. When you're sleepy but don't want to sleep, oh god. Sounds like a problem, so spirit. Also, long time no see, man. How have you been? I don't remember seeing you here in quite a while. How have you been, man? How's life treating you? Okay. Oh, it starts with 6. All right. You're on the NA server, Skittles. Okay. Enka. Oops. I just searched for Genshink. Genshink Enka. And Max, a single statue. Currently AR-59. Even Liyue and Mondstadt? So are you saying you're still at 224 stamina? At most, at maximum, because you said you haven't maxed out even a single statue, so that includes not Liyue and not Mondstadt. So if they're both level 9, that means you're missing 8 stamina from each region. So at maximum, you're at 224 stamina? Jeez. AR 59, huh? 224 stamina. So Cucumber, how are the push-ups doing? You said that you do you do push-ups every time I call myself cheap. Because I am a cheap dude. There. That's another reason to do push-ups. You're probably gonna get, you're probably gonna be ripped by the time pain. Hey, hey, I mean, like, it hurts, right? Like, no pain, no gain. Oh my god, I just suddenly remembered that movie. That Mark Wahlberg, The Rock, Anthony Mackie movie. No pain, no gain, I think is what it was. No pain, no gain. Oh, pain and gain. Pain and gain. Man. I still can't believe that was based on like something that actually happened. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but man, like, I don't know what it is about what's his name? Mark Wahlberg? Like, he's he like, when the way he talks seems like he'd be like an annoying kind of person. But then, like, he's also like real. Like, he's so real. He just doesn't mess around. Like he's, yeah, he does joke around, but also like in a very serious way. Like sometimes, like most of the time, he talks about something serious, and sometimes the serious thing is funny, but it's also serious. No pain, no gain, man. Pain means your exercise is working. Speaking of which, I used to actually exercise, like not just like I can't really say call it go to the gym because I didn't go to the gym. I sort of just did exercises on my own, like not at home because I wasn't at home either. I was working on that ship that I worked for 3 or 4 months on, in 20. When was that? 16. Yes, 2016. And there was work, but because I wasn't like an actual worker there that was getting paid a salary, I was technically an apprentice. They, of course, they didn't give me like the actual work, like the actual like maintaining stuff, etc. Like all I had to do was just do my job, like every morning, help clean the ship, like help clean the ship, like just mop the floors, sweep it after it's dry, and then like when we were underway, it was just a 4-hour boat ride between the two places that we went back and forth from. It was just between. I'm Filipino, by the way, so I'm in the Philippines. It was just between Cebu and Bohol. Those, if you guys are wondering, those are different places here in the Philippines. And so 4-hour boat ride. And because there weren't a lot of us, but there were also not so few of us that we could just like rotate. We could just take shifts. So there would be like 2 of us on the lookout for 2 hours of those 4, and then like I would be the other 2 hours. And so generally there wasn't a lot to do. And if you were just lookout, right? Technically you're supposed to look out the whole, like look out of the ship the whole time. Look for lights, look for anything that could happen. But then 2 hours of standing in the dark, and like not just, you're in the middle of the sea, so it's just pitch black other than like the lights from shipping boats and stuff. So you got to do something. So what was he, the bosun? Bosun is like a rank on the ship, like the guy in charge of like all the workers on the ship, not like the officers, but just the workers. Where is this going? He had a homemade The dumbbell. Oh, neat. Thanks. He had a homemade dumbbell, but he, because he's the bosun, like he has to actually do his job while we're underway. So he can't use like the dumbbell while like we're underway because he is working. So I would ask him if I could borrow it. So like while on the lookout, I would actually be like lifting his homemade dumbbell in various positions, and especially because the time I was there, there was this other guy who was also the same thing as me, like an apprentice, and he used to be a gym buff. Like he said that there was a local gym where he in his hometown, and he used to be he used to bodybuild. Mostly he said he never entered any competitions, but he just liked doing it. So I learned a lot from him about like how this works or that works, and then I got the basic gist of it, which was like, if you feel like your muscles are, if you want a specific muscle to get bigger, or like to get to what's the word I'm looking for, to be tighter, no, not tighter, it's not it, more toned, there you go, to be more toned, then you just keep using that muscle. And then since then, like I just realized that oh, like it's just that's it. And then it makes sense. It's just basic concept. Like if you keep using a muscle, it'll get bigger, it'll get stronger. Like depending on like the amount of the balance of like how much food you intake, how much of a certain type of food you intake, and how much you engage that muscle. And then while I'm still not, I'm not an expert at it, but at least because I understand this basic concept, at least now if I want a specific muscle, like let's say my triceps, my biceps, my shoulders, my chest, my upper chest, my inner chest, the outer chest, the lower chest, whatever, if I want a specific muscle to be what's the word, to be more toned, I want it to be more toned, I want it to get bigger, at least now I have this basic concept thanks to that guy. So despite not getting what I went there, what I went on that ship to get, at the very least, like I learned, I learned quite a bit from the dude. Like, and I wish that I had asked for his contact information. Like he was a really nice dude. In fact, I actually managed to help him out quite a bit. He had a phone. He said it was his sister's phone and it was broken, and like because they lived out in the countryside, they generally didn't have a lot of opportunities to go to the city and like have like devices like that, like a phone, to get repaired. And his sister knew that he was going to be working there, and it's like near a big city every now and then. So his sister gave him the phone, and he generally didn't know anything about tech. So I just thought like, oh, you know what? Like I think that could just be this, that could just be that. Like why don't we go to a tech shop? And then like it got fixed. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that I was able to help him out, because he did help me out a lot too. Another lesson that I also learned by when I worked there was probably a very important lesson that I think a lot of people could learn nowadays, especially some of the younger generations now, is humility. It's not really something that you could say that everyone needs. It's very specific to a person, I think. Is what oops wrong way. What makes someone prideful, but what makes one person prideful is not necessarily the same thing that makes another person prideful. So it's very different from person to person. That means that it's also very different what makes like different people humble, like what teaches them humility. And for me, it was just what made me prideful was getting what I want after working hard a little bit, and like very often succeeding. And that was what made me prideful. And that started like way back then, even from like when I was I would say high school. Yeah. Because when I was in high school, generally you always hear me say that I suck at video games, and like I really I really do. And and I you don't go anywhere, I guess. Okay. And back then, there used to be this there was this game that I've mentioned a couple of times on stream already. Oops. Called Rakion, and it was it's a very old game. In fact, it's kind of similar to Genshin, except no open world, and it's very heavily PvP. But it's very similar, like third person, unique combat system. They didn't have like an elemental system, but like what was unique was like the different classes, and like the different classes had different advantages and disadvantages, and it was like very skill based. And when I played with my friends, I just like would always lose. Like I would always be like at the bottom when we all played together, and like I would always be like one of the guys that got made fun of. And so what I did was like I worked really hard, make my account stronger, and like at some point I did it so much that like they didn't want to play with me anymore. Because my account was so high level that like even though it was like we were in a game mode where stats didn't matter, they just said like, no, don't use that. No, that's so unfair. And like I told them like, no, stats don't matter. And then they were like, no. And then since then I was like, oh well, okay, suffering from success, I guess. Couldn't play with them anymore. So that was one example. Another one was also another game. It was an MMORPG called Flife. Ah, there it is. Okay. And after, like not being included in the group because I was too low level to hang out with the guys. Because they were all like they would very often like party up in like a high level place, and then like my characters were still too low level for me to join up with them, so I really didn't do anything other than just hang out and not die and like be a hindrance, because like sometimes I would die to an aggressive monster and they'd have to revive me. So I worked hard, leveled up, and at some point I was so high level that I was way above them, and like at some point like they kind of stopped caring about the game, so they moved on to another game. And then they were all like level 80, like level 75, level 80, and I was like level 110. And then it was like, okay, well I can't play with you guys anymore. Wanted to hang out till the end, but in growing extremely tired. You're tired. Have you done way too many push-ups, man? You got so tired. Well, anyway, thank you, Cucumber. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. All right, take care, man. Emily equals. How did you get this 6-pack, Cucumber? By watching YouTube. Be ready for the next stream. Ripped. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? Hey, I watched YouTube. I got 6. Like, wow, that would be like a sick thumbnail or a video title, right? I got ripped by watching YouTube. I forgot what this guy does. I think he gives you a chest, but he's pretty tanky. So I'm gonna need to get a proper team. Oh, okay, that's a proper team. Yep, definitely.
難攻不落
I've derailed myself. I think I remember talking about something, and then I also remember stopping to talk about something else, and then now I don't remember what I was talking about.
おいおいやった大ウルトかかれ
Wait, what? Did I just get drained of energy?
雨描きがたし
I am getting drained of energy. Oh my god. Wait, how does this? Okay.
いざ
Well, he has Hydro on him, so I should be getting vapes, right? Oh, he has a lot. He has a lot of resistance. Okay, and it damages me through the shield.
いざ
Oh, yikes. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. Okay, we'll come back. I don't remember if this guy even gives a chest. I think it was a chest or an achievement. I don't remember. Team should I bring? I don't even know. A skill-based team, not a burst-based team. A skill-based team. Oh, freeze. Freeze would be okay. My freeze team's burst based, but I could get rid of that hydro shield quickly. We'll give it a try.
行こう
Anyway, what was I talking about before I stopped? Anyway, before I continue, I guess I should hang on. Whose account was this? This was Skittles. Okay, sorry. So sorry, Skittles. Took me a while. Hey, what's up, Shuri? How are you doing, man? Skittles, are you still in chat? If you are, let me know.
次の仕事は
風の雲の行くごと
お披露目だ歌え僕の名のもとにはいチーズ飛んだねよへい部外者禁止やっ
Oops.
相関化粧
いざ参る
やっお触り禁止へっせっやっ
風よそこだ
部外者禁止
Oh, I'm breaking the shield pretty quickly.
はっ
How did we get to that from YouTube memberships? I mean, I know, right? Beats me. And so we went from YouTube memberships
ついていきます
to talking about the kind of content creators that succeed nowadays. And then we somehow also connected that to, I think it was Lunatic Prime's message earlier saying that, oh, I finally found a relatable streamer.
必要です部外者禁止
To me working on a ship. And oh, I was talking about learning humility is what I was talking about.
次の仕
Oh,
事
it does give me a chest. Okay, cool. And an achievement.
収穫があるのはとてもいいことです
So yeah, I was saying earlier, okay, it looks like Skittles isn't in chat anymore. Anyway, Skittles, let me know if you're still here. If you're still here, then I'll talk about your builds. Sorry, man, took me a while to get to them. How do we get? What do you mean Fontaine is finished? You finished exploring, or the version's almost done? That's the thing, Shuri. I don't know. It's Well, okay. There's no way I can sugarcoat it anymore. It's clickbait. I know. It really is clickbait. There's no sugarcoating it. This rant was too much for him. I mean, like, it was like an hour, I think. Oh, there's Androculus here. I'm not even like following the video anymore. I'm sort of just skimming through it, and then like every single, well, most of it is like Hydroculi that I've already found. Shiny. Oh, there it is. RJ clickbait. No, sorry, not clickbait. Clockbait, huh? All right, I guess that's a new. Is that the new thing? The new trend on YouTube? Clockbait. Oh, one more. Oh wait, I know exactly where this is. Yeah, but first, let's take care of this shiny. Shiny. I just, from Moana. Oh my god. I can't believe I remember that song. Da 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 da, shiny. Speaking of Disney though. Oh, perfect. Wow, that did not plan that at all. I did not know that led straight here. How many do I have? 55. Yep, that's all of it. That was exactly what I was talking about. All right. Well, okay. Oh, I forgot. I keep forgetting that there's this new feature now that you can just do this. So how is there a select all thing? No, apparently not. I have to select all of them one by one. Nope, nope, don't delete that. Oh man, what is up with Disney and their live action remakes? Live action reboots of their popular IPs. Their Disney princess movies. Why are they so bad? I grew up watching these movies, by the way, and all of them are movies that, well, let me see. Yeah, no, actually all of them. All of them are movies that I am very happy to have actually watched growing up. And like here we are, 2024, they're remaking them and failing so spectacularly. When you clockbait at Friday, called clockbait, it's a relatively new trend, you know. Clockbaiting on a Friday. Okay, Fontaine. Let's go to statue. And da 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 da. Level 10. Oh wait, I didn't realize I wrote clockbait both times. I thought you just went with it. I really thought you just went with it, man. Okay, so I should have. Oh, nice. Okay, okay. 2 new shrines. And. Okay, perfect. Can open up the shrines now. Playing Genshin at this and streaming at the same time is affecting my brain. Hey, it's fine, man. I mean, look at me. When I start to ramble, I just stop everything and like just leave Farina floating, doing nothing. Hi, what's up, Ariane? Did I read your name right? Ariane? Ariane? What's up, man? How you doing? Nailed it. Alright, we could finally erase these pins. Fontaine as well. Erase these. And okay, good. We're good. Nice. Oops. 17 hours. Did I make a mistake? I think I made a mistake. I think I... Oh no, okay, okay. On one of my accounts, I've gotten all of this already, but I don't remember which one I forgot. Hang on, let me count the time first. Hang on. 1 plus 5, 42. 6, 42. No, okay, I think that's correct. I'm fine, man. I'm fine. I'm pretty happy, actually. Pretty happy that I'm finally getting to stream because there's finally something to do in the game. Finally, something to do in the game. I'm not particularly excited about just roving around looking for chests and stuff, but hey, it's something to do. Compared to the end of, well, first of all of 4.5, and especially at the end of 4.5, where no events, just doing daily commissions, just doing weeklies, literally nothing to do. Are you on 100% exploration rat race? Rat race? What? Why is it called a rat race? Is that a thing? I'm so sorry. Is that an expression? No, like, what's a rat race? Like, does that include like everything in the world? If yes, then no. Like, I don't care about Sumeru. Sumeru, just too much work. Way too much work. Like, if I want to 100% Ashavan Realm, I have to do the giant world quest that goes under this mountain. That I think was like 2 hours long. It was like really long. On top of that, I'd have to, okay, if I want 100% like everything here, I'd also have to, I think it was Vanarana, yeah. Vanarana or Vizudha field is like somewhere under this mountain. There's like a room full of chests. I'd have to get all those chests. And how do I get all those chests? I'd have to find all the Aranara scattered in the jungle. Right? Like, there's so much like interconnectivity happening. Like, if you want to 100% this region, like there's you got to do everything too. But yeah, I just, like, this one's easy. The new region, not yet. Oh, wow, the shrines counted for a lot. Wasn't I just at 86? And like here I opened 2 shrines at 95. Jeez. When's the new region coming? This is the new region, Shuri. 4.6. 4.6. You have to do a world quest. The world quest, the world quest starts here, like just right around here, I think. Yeah, here. RJ finally unlocked Enkanomiya. You haven't unlocked Enkanomiya. Well, I guess technically you can go all the way to Fontaine. You can go to Sumeru, you can go to Fontaine without unlocking, without even going to Inazuma. What's up, Lay Lifeless? How you doing, man? And Shuri, to answer your question from earlier about the title, yes. I well, I could be wrong. Like, who knows? They might release, like, I don't know, this region or whatever, right? Like, who knows? Who knows? There might be like another Fontaine region before Natlan. Like, because this is a desert over here, I'm expecting Natlan to be towards this way or this way maybe, because like look at this, right? Like, does that not feel so incomplete to you? Like, they gave us access to a sea. There's a beach here and there was hardly anything in there. So I have this very like over here, let's see. Over here kind of feels like okay, like it's like the end of the desert, Okay, sure, right? Like, but then like this part right here, it feels so incomplete. Especially like over here too, right? Like you're just strolling at the beach, strolling on the beach, and then like you're like dead end. Right, this part right here feels so incomplete to me. So I get the feeling that Natlan is gonna be somewhere around there. So there's like, I don't know if the Nostoi region is going to be the last part of Fontaine, but like, who knows? They might release like another part over here maybe. If Natlan does go this way, I still don't know, but I'm pretty confident that the Nostoi region is gonna be the last region of Fontaine. Man, Fontaine was quite a bit of a ride for me. I still remember, like, every time I see this thing here, like in this lake over here, I can't help but recall back to that time when they showed the trailer that opened this region, and thinking like, oh, what's that? There's like a something over there. Like, okay, is that gonna be a world quest? Yeah, okay. Well, there's a big willow tree. That's gonna be a pretty big world quest too. And they were, and then now my willow tree is not yellow anymore, it's blue. And like, here I am with an empty world. An empty world that I can't do anything in. Alright, I'm off now. Meeting in 5 minutes with my manager. Ah, I see. Alright, best of luck, Shuri. Thanks for stopping by to hang out, man. Bye. Man, I'll cry. We had 83 wishes for Arlecchino. We got her the first 20 pulls. Then we decided to go for the weapon. We lost 50-50 twice. Oh my god. Well, you can't have them all. I mean, you got a very early 5-star. And, like, who knows? You might have won 50-50 on that, right? So, like, that's something. Or did you already do the Remuria quest? Remuria quest. Was that the quest that starts here and then finishes here? Is that the Remuria quest? Or is that a different thing? I'm not sure. I finished the biggest world quest of 4.6, and that's it. That's all I know. And it ended with like the birds thing in that orchestra looking place where I had to press space a couple of times. I got Lyney's weapon. I got to give it to Yelan. Another Atlas for. Oh no. Oh man. Do you at least have Ganyu? If you have Ganyu, then at the very least, the first great magic is kind of decent on Ganyu. On Yelan, it's I mean, it's a good stat stick, sure, but it's a high base attack 5-star weapon. It's a high base attack 5-star weapon. That means the secondary stat is low, and Yelan doesn't scale off of attack. Oh man, that sucks. Marian is the tribe name. Ah, okay. Stop complaining about getting 3 5-stars and 80 pulls. Well, the thing is though, the 2 other 5-stars kind of useless on, for to him. So to him, it feels more like 1 5-star and 80 pulls. Well, sure, I guess not too bad. At least you got the 5-star you wanted, right? But it feels worse that getting an early 5-star makes you hype, right? Like he got Arlecchino and 20 pulls. Okay, great, awesome, right? Makes you hyped. And then so you're like, oh, I still have some wishes. Like, let's try and get the weapon. And then you get a few, like you get an early 5-star and you're like, oh, is this it? Is this it? Like, oh no, it's the first great magic. Okay, well, we still have a couple of wishes. All right, wish. Early, another early one. Is this it? Is this it? Skyward Atlas. Like, it just feels so much worse that way versus if you just didn't get the early Arlecchino and you got a late Arlecchino, but then like you got Arlecchino at like 80 pity. You'd just be like, well, that kind of sucks, but like, yeah, okay, at the very least I got Arlecchino. You did not have to be taken for an emotional joyride. So yeah, that's I don't know, like I'm pretty sure getting taken for an emotional joyride is a lot worse than just being disappointed but getting what you want. Getting what you want but also disappointed because like you used up so much to get what you want. Right? Like for example, I recently got Neuvillette and I was pretty confident that it could at least get a C1. Because while I did not have, mathematically, I did not have enough for the worst luck possible for C1. For C1, mathematically, the worst luck possible, I would need 180, 360 wishes, right? Like to lose 50-50 at hard pity, and then to go to hard pity again to get my guaranteed, to lose 50-50 again, and then to go to hard pity again to get my second guaranteed. Technically, I didn't have 360 wishes, but I did have, I think, like almost 20k. I think I had like 14, 15, 16k primos, and a bunch of star glitter on my main account. Yet I still only got 1 Neuvillette and no weapon. Right, so I would have preferred that I just went to hard pity, and like that, on top of that, I got early 5-stars on all 3 of my accounts, and all 3 of my accounts lost 50-50. Oh, it's you again, Pentai. How you doing, man? Hello. Hey, what's up, Mr. Nice Live Guy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. And I'm already at 96%. I might as well do some random swimming around. I'm sure I'll see a few shinies. Yeah, long time no see, Mr. Knife Live guy. How you doing, man? Chinese? Oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one. Another one. There's still so many. Oh my god. Oh, too far. Oh joy. Yep. Long time since we met. Yeah, that's right. That's right. How have you been, man? I'm surprised you're here at this hour. Oh, man. Just woke up. It's 10:21 right now. 10:21 at night? Oh, in the morning. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, you're on the West Coast. I was thinking, wow, that's a big time difference. Okay, and then I just realized, yeah, you're I assume you're on the West Coast. Hey, thanks for the super, Mr. Nice Live guy. Appreciate it, man. Arizona. Ah, I see, I see. Hmm. What month is it? April. Okay. How's the weather in Arizona, man? Um, wait, okay, I've never been to the States, and the time that I spent working for an American company and talking to like American customers, I was young and well stupid. So I generally didn't understand like why they like the trainers were telling us like, oh, you should be familiar with this and that, etc. And it was mostly because like they wanted their customers to think that we were like in America, despite a lot of us not sounding American. In fact, like my first job, AT&T Uverse billing department, um, but not directly under AT&T, but you know through a call center. Ah, jeez. ER boy, a lot of ER. So they okay in training they told us if a customer asks where are you, we we were given a specific script. We were told to say we were in Salt Lake City, Utah, and then occasionally, like a customer would ask, "Oh, how's the weather like over there?" And then I was like, first time somebody asked me that, I panicked. I panicked. I didn't know what to answer, so I just made up an excuse like, "Oh, I wouldn't know what the weather is like. I'm in a building with no windows." So but yeah, when every time I hear Arizona, like I can't help but picture out like really dry and hot. Like, is that is that right? I saw a water platform level. I just pulled out Risley. Feels so good. A water platform. Water platform level. Wait, sorry. What do you mean by a water platform level? I mean, should I even lock this thing? It's like, it's not useless stats. It's a bunch of low rolls. Well, especially like one big roll and one really low roll. And like, but my ER, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. We're just like that. In high school, they don't really teach us about foreigners. So we just assume they know everything when they walk in. You know, that actually that makes sense now. Because I've worked for, you know, I worked in call centers for quite a bit, and I sort of just got this vibe that most people in America think that America is the only country that exists. And like obviously they don't think that, but what is this? Okay, you gotta go, buddy. Ah, no, I'm an idiot. I did not need to kill him. I'm so sorry. But like you just get this vibe that they, like, most people in America sort of don't know like what the outside world is like. Or like they just, you know, like, I've never been able to confirm it until now. Like when you said it, like I just get the vibe that they don't know, like they think that everyone knows about them, about their country, what's going on, etc. Like I know that a lot of American culture has sort of seeped in to other countries as well, and you know, like thanks to Hollywood. Thanks to Hollywood mostly. But you know, like that doesn't mean that we know like a lot of this stuff. Like for example, a lot of the insider American jokes, right? Like somebody saying what like in Texas, like saying a joke about in Texas there's like saying a southern joke or something, right? Like most other people outside of America won't get that. I'm at graduation on May 24th. It's on the exact same day as my birthday. Oh, that's so cool, man. Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because like it means that you'll have one celebration for two things. Would that be a bad thing? Would you prefer having multiple celebrations for multiple things, or would you prefer one celebration for both? Over here in the Philippines, if you're the one paying for the celebration, then that's generally a good thing. But if you're the one being celebrated, then that's generally sorry, no, not a good thing. Oh yeah, a good thing that like you're only having to pay for one celebration. One celebration for two occasions. Where was that shell thing that I touched? Oh, there it is. Well, that's not a thing. What do you think about Arlecchino? Arlecchino is, I generally I do this on purpose, where if I think a character is not going to be broken, then I will generally try to think of them as a little lower than what I actually expect them to be. And this is just a personal preference of mine, because I would prefer to expect less than my actual expectations. So in that way, that if my actual expectations are actually, oh, you're here, hello, uh, are met, then if I'm expecting lesser than my actual expectations, then I'll be surprised. But if I'm expecting what I'm actually expecting, does this make sense? If I expect exactly what I'm actually expecting, and it actually turns out to be less than what I'm expecting, then I'll be disappointed. Like, does that make sense? But if I expect less than what I'm actually expecting, and it turns out to be less than what I was actually expecting, then I won't be disappointed, and I'll feel like, this was what I was expecting. If that makes sense. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty surprised that she turned out a little bit better than what I expected. Definitely not that much better than what I expected, but quite a bit better. Yeah. What I expected though, or quite a few things. Like for example, the fact that she had, I think she has standard ICD on her normal attacks. Her normal attacks are where her main DPS comes from, and the fact that she has standard ICD means that there are going to be not going to be a lot of hydro off-field appliers that can keep up with, like to vape her, to vape all of her hits, or at least many of her hits. And because she has a lot of normal attack hits, it's going to be very inconsistent which ones vape. Which means the way that they designed her is that they designed her to be not like a surgical kind of unit, right? Not like where there's no way to surgically play her, like, and have like this very specific rotations to get a significant amount more damage out of her. And I think that's okay, like, because it means that she is in a way easier to play, because the people that don't want to bother having to play surgically, and like in a very specific team, in a very specific rotation, with a very specific normal attack string, won't feel like they're losing out on so much potential DPS. So she's more like unga bunga. She's very unga bunga. And in which case I'm happy about that. The difference between min-maxing her and just going unga bunga is like not a lot. But despite not min-maxing her, you still get quite a lot of her potential DPS. So in a way, yes, she's better. She's slightly better than what I expected. She's pretty good, I think. She's pretty decent. She is very much so an easier to use Hu Tao. Yeah, an easier to use Hu Tao, but you have to use her with a shielder. And if you don't use her with the shielder, you're gonna have to get good. And if you don't, then, well, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to retry a bunch. Yeah, she's like basically a Hu Tao, except normal attacks. And because of that, a little easier to use. Damage ceiling, though, I would say is a little bit lower than Hu Tao's. But damage floor, I think, is higher than Hu Tao's. Because like I said, so Hu Tao, we all know, no ICD on her charge stacks, right? So Hu Tao, like, if you play Hu Tao, like I said, surgically, like you play her properly, you make sure you're vaping all your charge stacks, you get so much more DPS by doing it properly. And by surgically, another one too, like for Hu Tao, is you learn animation cancels, right? You learn to dash cancel, you learn to jump cancel, and you learn to conserve your stamina so that you can spam your dash cancels, your jump cancels, whatever, or your charge attacks to where you actually need it the most. Or you even have C1, you hyper invest into your Hu Tao, you have C1. Then you'll get so much more damage from her than if you just compared to if you just went Unga Bunga. Is this supposed to be a riddle, RJ? Sorry. What? Riddle? Hang on. No, I think I know what you're talking about, but I forgot what I said. Could you remind me one more time, please? I'm so sorry. I forgot what I said. I think I said something not very clearly, and I think that's what you're referring to, but I also forgot what I said that wasn't very clear. Man, where are the shinies now? I found 3 chests and like gave me 1%. Oh, that's a chest. Oh man, this is gonna be annoying. This is gonna be very annoying later on when I finally decide to just watch the video and follow along to get all the chests and puzzles that I haven't gotten. Cause oh, okay, there's one. Gotten 97% of it, so I'm just gonna be skipping most of the video. She's more consistent than Hu Tao, no? Yes, she definitely is, yes. Like her damage ceiling, I would say, is like closer to her damage floor. But her damage ceiling, I would say, isn't as high as Hu Tao's. Yeah, for real. What they did, they used her weapon. Really good artifacts. 8, 6 talents. It happens when you change your red bar all the way. I mean, Arlecchino already did 4k damage at level 40. Jeez. 40k at level 40, huh? With no artifacts and level 1 simple spear. And another thing too is so Hu Tao, the difference between her, okay, so technically yes, you can, oh, this is all right. Ah, okay, this thing. So technically you can let's say you don't have Dragon's Bane, you don't have Homa, you have a very low invested Hu Tao, C0, no Homa, and you just so happen to be a newer player, so that means you also don't have Dragon's Bane, a high refined Dragon's Bane, or let's say in fact you don't have any Dragon's Bane copies. So then what do you do? Wow, thanks for the super again, Mr. Naslav guy. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Where is on, yeah, let's say on Hu Tao. Oh boy, I need a different one. Yes, come on. On a Hu Tao, let's say what's a good 4-star option for her? Free to play if you don't have Dragon's Bane. Okay, maybe, okay, Blackcliff, maybe Blackcliff. But what if you don't have Star Glitter? Is there anything else? I don't think so. I guess the closest thing you got is like White Tassel, I think. Yeah, I think so. But then because White Tassel is a normal attack, it gives normal attack damage bonus for its passive. It, like, you're really only using it for the crit rate, and like everything else about it is useless. Hu Tao doesn't suffer that badly for using a low base attack weapon compared to attack scaling DPSs. Or sorry, other attack scaling DPS. Hu Tao is an attack scaling DPS, but I'm talking about other attack scale and DPSs. But compared to Arlecchino, you don't have a Dragon's Bane. Okay, that means you can't run, or at least you can't get a lot of damage by running Arlecchino in a vape team. Well, the thing is, you don't know which of her hits are vaping anyway, so you weren't, originally you weren't getting a lot out of your vapes anyway. So okay, not being able to use Dragon's Bane because you don't have Dragon's Bane, not too much of a loss. Let's say, okay, you have Blackcliff. Okay, fine, cool, right? She's an attack scaler. Blackcliff gives you attack from its passive if you're able to proc it anyway. So sure, right? That works. But then if you don't have Star Glitter, okay, so you go to White Tassel. 48% normal attack damage. Most of her damage comes from normal attack damage. So it's perfect. Right? So I think her damage floor, like for a very low investment Arlecchino versus a very low investment Hu Tao, their damage floors, I think Arlecchino's damage floor is quite a bit higher than Hu Tao's low investment damage floor. Oh, what the? Why does this thing keep popping up everywhere? It's so big and like it just scares the bejesus out of me. Oh boy. Missed. This better give me a good chest. Man, okay, kind of anxious. And oh man, I keep missing only one. Oh wait, I still have one more hit. Haha. Isabel said hi. Isabel. Wait, Isabel, why does that name ring a bell? Anyway, I need to take a shower, get ready, get my check. See y'all. Oh, alright. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Mr. Nice Live Guy. Take care, man. Have a good one. Don't look at leaks, but Clorinde seems good as for now. Yep, that's the vibe I'm getting. Like everyone is saying how so mostly her animations is what I'm hearing about. But I'm also hearing like a few people say that she's actually good. Oh boy, there's so many of you. Okay, how's this? Oh, we're so close. Oh, that's outside the map. Why does it seem like there's more out there? Is it possible that they're gonna expand this map? Why didn't they? Okay. I understand that it would seem really weird if they... Well, I guess not, because like they made up like that giant like wall over there to signify sort of like the end of the map. But like, why does this part look like it's open. Does that mean like that's gonna get unlocked at some point? That's very unusual to me. Like this is an underground map, and there's a possible expansion for underground map. I don't think we've ever gotten an expansion of an underground map so far. Enkanomiya just got released once, and that was it. Just one Enkanomiya, and that's it. The Chasm, just one underground, and that's it. So I don't know. Like I'd be very surprised if they gave us an expansion of this. Although compared to Enkanomiya and the Chasm, this does seem really small. Oh, hey, welcome back, Skittles. RJ, can you log into my account, please? Haven't opened in this month. I might do it, but like maybe not on stream. Asuna, are you still on Discord? I don't remember. Like, if you changed your ID on Discord, I don't know who you are anymore on Discord. Also, I haven't, like, we have DM'd each other in like for ages. Haven't changed it. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, like probably not on stream, but and also maybe tomorrow. When to eat? Yeah, sure, no problem, man, no problem. You ranted for an hour, so I don't think you mind. Maybe Skirk's master wants another whale pet. Message you later tonight then. All right, thanks, man. Okay. So anyway, Skittles, you wanted my opinion on your Lyney and Arlecchino build. Your Arlecchino. Okay, so they're both not fully built yet. Your AR-54, which means, yeah, you should, you are able to get characters to their final ascension already. You have your Lyney on 4 Marechaussee. So these seem like what are these? Okay, max level 17. Okay, so no. Wow, these are not finished. A +4 sands. Why EM though? Are you gonna be? Can you? Can you vape Lyney? Like I feel like it's really hard to run a vape Lyney team because of Okay, think about it like this. I noticed that you're running an EM Sands. I know it's +4, so it's easily replaceable right now. It doesn't even have crit, so I know it's I don't know. It could be a placeholder or something, or maybe you're just trying to tell me that like, oh, this is how I plan on building him. So I imagine that Lyney is pretty difficult to vape, and that's why like most of the time I hear people talk about Lyney, and he's sort of synonymous with Monopyro is what Lyney is. And if not Monopyro, then Overload. Especially after Chevreus's release. Because of like the way, like when you charged attack on him, you get a pyro hit from like the initial arrow hit, and then when the cat thing flies off to the target. So you get 2 hits of pyro, but that's a charged attack. And the characters in the game that the characters now in the game that apply the fastest hydro, or I think enough hydro to keep up with that amount of pyro, are Xingqiu and Yelan, which their bursts proc off of normal attacks, which Lyney doesn't do, which means your only off-field hydro options are the slow applicators like Mona, Kokomi, I mean even Nilu, I guess, if you want to waste her kit like that, and Farina. Well, Farina, among those, I think applies the fastest hydro, but it's definitely not as fast as a Yelan or a Xingqiu pyro application. So I imagine vape Lyney isn't a thing. Now I'm just theorizing this because I don't have Lyney. I've never used him. I don't have any accounts that there are no accounts that I have access to that have Lyney. I plan on getting Farina. Yes, and even though you would get Farina, I don't think Farina's Hydro application is enough to keep Hydro on enemies. So typically, people would be running Lyney in a mono pyro team, or in an overload team, like with Fischl or a Yaimiko, which you do have a Yaimiko actually. Um, you'd be running Lyney, like something like a Lyney, Chevreuse, Yaimiko, and then like a flex slot. Your fourth slot could be a shielder or whatever. Can you show me Arlecchino character trial? I go see ya. Oh, are you headed off already, Asuna? Wait, Asuna, you weren't here when, like, the other day when we were in the trial run for like an hour? Oh man, I gotta find this thing. Oh, nice. Yeah. Bye, Asuna. Take care, man. Thanks for hanging out with us for a bit. Is Sigewinne a DPS or a sub? I'm hearing people say that she's gonna be a healer. So anyway, what I'm saying, Skittles, is I would recommend you switch your Lyney Sands to maybe an attack Sands. And your goblet is HP. Yeah, definitely switch that to a pyro one. You know what? You know what? I think this is worth showing on the screen. Hang on. Okay, there it is. So yeah, definitely switch this to a pyro goblet. I know it's like, it's okay. It's actually plus 16. All right, yeah, definitely switch that to a pyro damage goblet, attack sands, lot of defense. Okay, so this is definitely a work in progress, right? Like this is definitely not a set that you're using because you think it's good. This is definitely a set that you're using because you don't really have anything else to use right now. So, and I understand your AR-54, especially if you played super actively, you probably got to AR-54, but you still probably feel like you can hardly use your resin to farm artifacts, because like I'm looking at your roster of characters and like they're not even fully ascended yet, which makes me feel like, oh, okay, so you're exactly like where I was when my third account was AR-50, like between AR-50 and 55. And so yeah, that's it for your Lyney. Basically, right now, if you don't have a form, or should say hunter. Oh wait, I guess 36. Hang on, 49 plus 30, 79. Okay, well, you know what? Yeah, actually, never mind. You do have it, because it's form, or should say you do have a usable crit ratio. But again, like as soon as you can, replace this with an attack percent sands and a pyro damage goblet, because like HP is like useless on you right now. It doesn't do anything for Lyney. Arlecchino, let's see, I guess that's the new set. HP, no, like she's an attack scaler. Switch this to attack percent. Deathmatch, nice. Not bad. Oh god, that's pretty good. Because of 4-piece merch to say, right? Because like 4-piece gives you 36%, and despite not actually having a usable crit ratio, because merch to say gives you 36%, so it's somewhat usable, a usable crit ratio. But no, like really, it would be so much more worth it to just go with a broken set. Like you just, if you can somehow come up with an artifact set, like it doesn't have to even have a set effect. It could be anything, like a rainbow set, whatever. As long as you can get to like a reasonable amount of crit ratio and you have the correct substats, your character is gonna do a lot more damage. Like the main stats are like the most important, and if you have the correct main stats, good. And if you have the correct main stats and have good substats like crit rate, crit damage, or even attack percent, even better. But again, priority number one is having the right main stats. And set effect is like a much later priority. Arlecchino, same thing. Like, just use what you have right now. You don't have to force a set on her. Just use whatever you have that can give her a usable crit ratio and that has the correct main stats. Crit damage and ER was the same. Raiden and Hu Tao, huh? Oh, there she is. Let's see. Is this HP, attack, HP? No, dude. Like I said, set effect is a much later on priority. The most important priority with artifacts is just the correct main stats. So just ignore your set effect for now and just focus on getting the correct main stats. Well, technically yes, HP percent. Yes, technically HP percent. But like attack, right? Like this is like completely useless on your Farina. And even though you have a lot of, like, remember, Farina is an HP scaler, right? So she gets her damage. Her damage is calculated from HP. And no matter how much crit damage you have, this stat is like useless if you don't crit. So go with a crit circlet, not an HP one. Go with an HP goblet if you don't have a good hydro damage goblet. HP sands. It depends on what weapon you have. If you have if you're giving her Favonia's sword, then you can go with an HP sands. But if you're going with a non-energy recharge sword, then you're gonna have to go with an energy recharge sands. Anyway, the goal, the goal that how much energy recharge, like, because remember, Farina is almost like she hardly does anything if you can't burst on her, right? Like the biggest contribution that Farina gives to the team is her damage percent buff, which comes from her burst. And if you can't burst, then you're not getting you're getting only very little value out of your Farina. And the only thing you're getting out of her is the off-field AoE hydro application and the slight damage from her. And like she doesn't do that much damage either. She, like, her damage is not insignificant, but she's not the best damage dealer. So your number one priority is to be able to burst on Farina. So your biggest goal on Farina is to be able to burst on her every rotation, which is, depending on your team, could be anywhere around 150, depending. It really depends on the team. Anywhere between like 160 or 150 energy recharge to maybe 210. If you're running Farina solo, no other Hydro characters on the team, then that's like the maximum ER you would need. Like, you would need to go to all the way to like 200 or 210 energy recharge to be able to at least try to get to burst every rotation. Yeah, so again, main priority is have the right main stats. Just ignore the set effect for now. The set effect does so little if you don't actually have stats. Because the set effects are typically multipliers. Like, for example, okay, in Marches Hunter's case, it gives crit rate, so this is kind of okay, but still, like this, like you could have 46% attack if you're running the right main stat, and you could have, like, wait, is that even right? 46%? I don't. Nope, that's not attack. Let's. Okay, here. Oh, huh? Why do I have an attack goblet on Jean? Ah, yes, because I have an ER stance. I see. All right. So yeah, all right. You could have 46% attack, and how much is a goblet? Yeah, 46% attack and 46% damage percent. Damage percent is especially important on elemental DPSs. So yeah, like in this case, I would recommend you just break up the 4 Merchese Hunter set, get a rainbow set of artifacts that give you like at least 55 crit rate, 60 if possible, and like even this is an okay amount of crit damage, because like remember, even if you have like 0 crit damage, like, which is impossible because every character has a base of 50 crit damage, right? So as long as you crit, you're doing more damage than you would be not critting, right? Even if you have 0 crit damage, which is like still at least a base of 50, as long as you can crit, that's good. You're still dealing bonus damage. You're still dealing extra damage compared to if you're not critting. I think 160 is enough for you. Yes, if you're running other Hydro characters. Like if you're running her with if you're running other Hydro characters, or if you have 5 weapons. Yeah, it also highly depends on the enemies that you're fighting. Like if you're fighting Rift Hounds, for example. Rift Hounds drop very few particles. So typically, yeah, like most teams would need a little bit more, quite a bit more ER when you're fighting Rift Hounds than, if you're fighting Treasure Hoarders. Anyway, Bozan asked, check his Raiden and Hu Tao. Okay, well, you don't need any help, man. Wait. Why did you level the skill and burst before the normal attack talents? I mean, you clearly knew what you're doing. Because, right, like, other than, like, basically no EM. But, yeah, you clearly knew what you were doing. But, like, why? What happened? And Raiden. This seems really familiar. I feel like I've seen your account before, Sayonara. Or sorry, Bozan. What? Where? I was looking at your name here. Jade Spear. Man, you know, I feel like you might actually do more damage if you put the catch on your... Okay, well, it's on Shangling. Well, isn't that unfortunate? Just didn't want to farm talent domains. Jeez, I mean, all your characters are already built. I mean, like, at least the ones on the showcase. So, like, what are you even using your resin for? Just artifacts? I mean, like, I guess you're still trying to improve, like, but the dude, if let's say you're farming the emblem domain and you strongbox for crimson pieces. Let's say, for example, you get an upgrade on your circlet. So instead of this circlet, you get let's see. Okay. So this one extra roll into flat attack, same exact artifact. Let's say, but this one flat attack roll went into crit rate. Or sorry, crit damage. And think about it. It went into crit damage, but still, let's say, low roll, right? So instead of this, you get, let's say, 17 crit damage. Now, that is going to give you so much less damage than if you just leveled your normal attack talent. And the thing is too is, remember, like, you might get an upgrade on this, but then, like, do you know whether it's gonna be tomorrow or whether it's gonna be in 6 years from now, right? Because it's like, it's completely random. Yeah, so you might as well farm, you know, you might as well farm this thing up. Who else was that? Roshan. Roshan is also asking for us to take a look at his characters. Also, if you were gonna farm, like, I mean, you crowned her skill and burst though. Like, why didn't you just decide to crown? I mean, you know, that means you had a lot of talent materials. Why didn't you just decide to crown the normal attack talent before the burst? All right, so this is Roshan Limbu's account. Is this oh, it's an EM Dendro EM build. Oh, nice. C2. Exactly like my second account. My second account, Naida, is C2, but has sack frag. No 1,000 floating dreams. Unfortunate. And what's funny too is my third account has C0 Naida, but has 1,000 floating dreams. Man, kind of funny. Honestly, I would like if you could, I would recommend trying to get up your crit ratios, because her Seeds of Skanda can crit too, right? Like they can. So like why I noticed that a lot of people don't build Nahida with any crit at all. Like they're using Nahida to be like the character that has the highest EM on the team. But that doesn't need to be the case. Like her passive says something 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 of the character that has the highest elemental mastery on the team. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I've been slowly dozing off for the last few minutes. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through all of this. Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I would like for a few moments, I'd just be talking and then be quiet all of a sudden for like 10 seconds, because like I've been dozing off a little bit. Oh man, I don't think we're gonna be able to get to 100% today. I think I'm gonna have to actually follow along to that video. But hey, maybe not. Likely not today. I guess it's fine. Real talking. Oh, hey, what's up, Mia? Oh man, you just came. It's such a bad time. Just look at that flat 1000 HP on that circlet. Oh my god, you just just 1000 flat HP on the Naida's circlet. Jeez, that's painge. No, I joined ages ago. Ages ago? Oh wait, really? You've been lurking the whole time? You have a good one, RJ. All right, thank you, man. I've been dozing off for the last 2 minutes already. I'd be talking and talking, and then all of a sudden quiet for like 15 seconds. It's just like just dozed off. Anyway, sorry guys. It's getting kind of late. I didn't test out the zoom thing underwater. I wonder what it looks like. It's just Farina's hat. Can I fix this? Oh, I can. Well, lurking indeed. Oh, okay. Hey, appreciate you hanging out with us, Mia. Anyway, so for anyone who needs help building a character's accounts, making a decision which banners to pull for, by the way, Skittles, I think if you're still in chat, you need help, man. Get on our Discord server and like ask for me, like my name's or ask for anyone on our Discord server. We got a lot of really smart people over there that are really well, like even somebody who doesn't play Genshin anymore, but he's still there like helping people out. I don't know how to read his Discord in Muji. Yeah, he doesn't play Genshin anymore. He quit a while back, but he's still there. But yeah, anyway, if you guys need help building your characters' accounts, making a decision on which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams. You can ask for my opinion. You can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys.